The crisis the nation has been grappling with for decades just reached its all-time peak. Thank you for joining us for 7 News at 6. I'm Steve Moore.
And I'm Catherine Guyon. The CDC says 100,000 Americans lost their life to drug overdoses over the last year, marking a dramatic 30% increase. 7 News reporter Colin Roos is live in the newsroom to tell us how officials are responding to the deadliest year on record. Colin.
Catherine, the opioid crisis has continued for more than 2 decades, but it's never spiked like this. Health officials tell me it can't be boiled down to one cause, but it's clear that COVID lockdowns had something to do with it, along with the always growing potency of the drugs on the streets. For just about everyone, the last 2 years have been one uncertain step forward after another. But for many of us, that uncertainty has morphed into despair, and today the country is reckoning with that pain. For the first time, the number of yearly overdose deaths has grown to a 6-figure total. And the worst part is, they may not even be done rising.
If the numbers stay on track for 2021, it could be worse than 2020.
Bill Holt with the Jefferson County Prevention and Recovery Board says 2020 was a toxic combination for those struggling with addiction. Not only did quarantine put them out of reach of their friends, it happened at the same time drugs reached a whole new level of deadly power. Chemical combinations from Mexico and China made their way to our shores, taking American lives, but often being overshadowed by the constant COVID news.
This country didn't pay enough attention to what was happening with overdoses and with opioids and with fentanyl especially.
Senator Brown reiterated that Congress has the power to help people put down the needle. The POWER Act still hasn't passed, which would give officers more resources to find street fentanyl more quickly. He says the more local, the better when it comes to policing.
It's the federal government, but it's partnering always with local communities in Blair and in Steubenville and in Wintersville and up and down the river.
The continuing drug epidemic can't be seen as anything other than a tragedy. But for Bill Holt and Jefferson County health officials, every person saved with a shot of naloxone is a renewed chance for recovery. He believes that an aware and caring public can reveal the promise of life to those who suffer, even in their most hopeless moments.
I really feel very strongly that the area is really ripe for a turnaround and a real big change.
Senator Brown says the pandemic has led us all to be hyper-focused on our physical health, but as these new numbers prove, mental pain can be just as harmful, even when it's so much less visible. Live in the 7 Newsroom, I'm Colin Roos, working for you.